Good evening out there, everybody. Alan D9J Sports. We're right back at it with another show. We've got a good one lined up for you this evening. We're going to be talking about Teddy Bridgewater and how Teddy got suspended from his Northwestern Miami High School for something that doesn't really even make any sense. Let's jump right into this thing. So I know reports have come out. This is probably the second day. Teddy Bridgewater has got suspended from his former high school that he was a coach of. Now, we all know Teddy Bridgewater suffered a great injury when he was playing professional football, but yet he still had managed to have a good career as a backup. So last year, Teddy Bridgewater went back his old alma mater and became a coach. Not only just become a coach, Teddy Bridgewater led the team as a coach to the championship, and they won it all. How impressive was that from Teddy? But now reports are coming out about Teddy being suspended. So the first thing that you probably think when you hear something like that is, I wonder what Teddy done wrong. Or any professional athlete, when you see them and you hear a story, you want to know what did they do wrong. But in this case, ladies and gentlemen, he didn't do nothing wrong. In my opinion, and most people out there, most common sense people, that Teddy Bridgewater didn't go and do anything wrong. Let's take a delve into it. So Teddy Bridgewater gets suspended because he was providing Uber rides, recovery help for the kids, for therapy, spending his own money, getting the field painted up. Come on now. Come on. What is wrong with that in this modern day era where college football players and high school footballs can get NIL deals? Not worth a hell of a lot more than an Uber ride. But yet they suspended Teddy Bridgewater. Now, I don't know who went in to get Teddy suspended. Was it some more coaches? Well, let's address that issue first. If it was some more coaches and they thinking that Teddy had the advantage because he was using his own money to buy chalk to go on the field, to get a kid a Uber ride home. Most of those kids in those communities need rides. They need help. So for you coaches out there, if you thinking for 1 minute that they gave Teddy Bridgewater the upper hand on you, then stop for a minute and think. The average kid or average athlete, whether it be male or female, is going to want to play for a former professional athlete. That's common sense one-on-one. But in this modern day society where kids can transfer to any school, that can't be it, coaches. So if you're a coach and that's what happened, and I don't know if that's what happened, I'm just speculating. If it was some coaches thinking that Teddy would get the advantage because of recruiting, now let's stop that. Let's stop that. You know that isn't it. I think that what it is, just me, is that some of these companies out there, some of these companies got together and they didn't like the fact that Teddy Bridgewater was giving those kids that type of support, and that was going to take from them. When Teddy was giving it to them, those kids didn't have to beg them for anything. This one, ladies and gentlemen, takes it to a whole nother level of, I don't know, what's the word? Jump in the comments and tell me what the words you think is of how, I'm going to say how stupid this really is to suspend this man. He didn't have to be there. He could have been back in the National Football League where he's at now, making his money, making millions. Helping a team bring in more money. Helping athletes who've already got their money refine their football game. But nope, Teddy Bridgewater went back to his own community and gave money to those kids for Uber rides, to paint the field, for the overall development and betterment of those kids. Isn't that what we all say? Go back to your community and give back. But I'll be damned. When you go back and give, this is what happens. So I want you to stop for a second. I want you to think. If you are somebody, a former athlete, and you go back to your school, better be careful. Because if you go out and you work a kid out, I do, and a whole bunch of people do, and you help them out, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? They're going to suspend you. Oh, it's pitiful, ladies and gentlemen. This one takes it to an all new low when it comes to sports. Especially when you're talking about the kids. After Teddy Bridgewater took, I want you to think about that. This man took his time. Think about all of the Pee-wee football players out there. You think about Snoop Dogg and what Snoop Dogg does for his Pee-wee program. You think about all those players out there who go back to their local high school and give back. Whether it be in football, baseball, basketball, track and field. It doesn't matter what the sport is. So are they going to be under scrutiny if they happen to give a kid a ride home? No. And this is a trending story. And you know why? Because most of the people that are watching are under the same mindset. This doesn't make any sense. So to Teddy Bridgewater, I'm going to tell you, Teddy Bridgewater, continue to do what you're doing, Teddy. Continue to do what you're doing. And don't be ashamed of what you've done. And all they done was suspend somebody who tried to help. Who tried to help the kids in his local community. Oh, this one's a hard one to swallow, ladies and gentlemen. A hard one to swallow. So for all those athletes out there, and if you're not a former athlete and you want to give back to your community, don't be afraid. You do your thing. Just think about this one on my way out. I want you to think about this. They suspended Teddy Bridgewater for giving a kid a ride home, for chalking the field up. Well, you know if he had to do that, the field was in terrible condition. Doesn't make any sense. America, what are we doing? What are we doing? Jump in the comments. Let's eat this one up. Let's eat this one up. Bring Teddy. Bring him back. Alan with D9J Sports. I'm definitely out.